So I don't know about you, but I feel like quite often I'm thinking about financial freedom. I'm a young man, I don't want to have to work if I don't want to. However, oftentimes I think about this idea of, why do I have such a strong desire to be able to retire? Because I think I've realized very quickly in my adult life, even though I'm a young guy, that retiring shouldn't necessarily be the answer. In fact, humans historically never really retired. It's kind of a recent invention. The reason I want to talk about this is because right now I'm on a rooftop in the beautiful coastal town of Huatulco here in Mexico. And, there's a lot of retirees here coming from Canada, United States, and, they're just trying to, enjoy their golden years, hang out at the beach, drink some beers, chill, maybe watch some sports games on the TV, and that's totally fine. However, sometimes I think to myself, is this really it? I mean, you work hard for 30, 40, maybe even 50 years, and then you go to a beach on the Mexican coast, you live off $1,000, $2,000 a month, you live off your Social Security, whatever, you drink a few beers and just kind of chill, and that's kind of your life. And I guess that's okay, but for me personally, I'm like, man, I think there's so much more to it. And sometimes when I feel stressed out about making more money or having more success, I have to remind myself, hey, it's not a race, and the only person you're competing against is yourself, because you can always have a nicer car, have a nicer house, have more money, whatever. But it's really hard to be able to be grateful for what you have now, be happy with where you're at, and not be constantly comparing yourself to everyone else. So like even right now, you could say, oh man, I would love to be at the beach hanging out. I don't want to be wherever I'm at. But the reality is, and I love this idea, Seneca, I believe, or maybe it was Marcus Aurelius, one of the two, talked about this idea that you can go to foreign shores, but your mind, this mind right here, will always be with you. I think that's really important to remember. So, focus on your mental game, and remember that it's not a race. You're only competing against yourself, and ask yourself the question of, when is enough enough? I think that's a really hard thing for us humans to figure out, because we want to be constantly improving and getting better, and I don't blame you, but I think we kind of have to find that balance, right, of working, striving towards a goal, but also being grateful and being able to relax. So just think about that. Even if you make your millions, even if you have your billions of dollars, that's great, it's amazing, but are you just gonna come chill on the beach for the rest of your days? You're not going to want to do that for too long. It's cool, it's nice for a little bit, and for a lot of the people that come here, they're just trying to escape from the cold, especially the Canadians. But yeah, think about that. I like the Japanese idea of ikigai, right? Kind of find all these different buckets, things that you're good at, things you can make money at, all these different things, put them together, and that way you won't necessarily feel like, oh man, I gotta retire and I don't want to work anymore, I want to be done. There's nothing innately wrong with working, and if you're hating your work, that's more so your decision than it is the actual work itself. So find some work that you really enjoy, find something that you love, and whether you make money or not, that's great. But anyways, it's just funny because whenever people say, oh, when I retire, if I had all the money in the world, I would travel. I made a video about this idea. I would travel, I would do X, Y, Z, but I don't think that this should be the end all be all. It's really fun and it's really nice, for a little bit, and to rest and recharge and think about your priorities, have some quiet thinking, not always be in the hustle and bustle. But I don't think it should be the end all be all, and sometimes you might get bored, or just drink or something because you're bored and you don't know what to do. So anyways, this is great, and of course I love traveling and I recommend you travel, but yeah, I don't think that retiring and hanging out on a beach for the rest of your life is necessarily the way to go. I feel like I would actually prefer the forest. Have my little cabin. Anyways, I'm going to show you this view now. I appreciate you watching this video. Feel free to leave me your comments down below. Here we go. Absolutely beautiful. Check that out. It's also a good reminder that you can have the lifestyle that you want to have oftentimes in different countries. Here in Mexico, let's be honest. For Americans and Canadians, their money goes real far here. So, you can have a really cool lifestyle in a beautiful country like Mexico or Guatemala or El Salvador. Whatever. You get the idea. Thanks for watching. Keep getting after it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.